Good morning, girlies. Today we're going to go over the Accordion album kit that you got in your February box. You received 3 sheets that are squares that have already been scored for you diagonally and at 90-degree angles. You received 2 similar prints, which is the cover and the back. You received 4 similar prints, which will be going inside of the Accordion album. You received 6 triangles, which will also be going in with these coordinating sheets. You received 3 journal cards, which can be used somehow to decorate. You'll feel where you want. Decoration, I always like to leave up to you guys. And you received 2 ribbons. And if you line them up, you will see that one is significantly longer than the other. And we'll worry about those as we get there. You will need your folder. I prefer some Scotch tape. Make sure something gets held the ribbon. And a glue stick. And that is what you need. First, you're going to take your sheets and you're going to make sure you fold them both directions. And you only need to fold them one way on the diagonal. The reason why we scored it both ways for you is because I didn't want you to be concerned. Like, did I not do it the right way? It's just not anything that we need to get ourselves worried about. After you have folded all 3 squares on the 90-degree angles and 1 diagonal, I'm going to give you an idea of what it's going to look like. So you're going to take the first square and you're going to put it up with the second square. Second square is going to go to the third square. So that is the first step that you do. Now you can use double stick tape. It doesn't really matter. The main thing is you are just gluing the square. I'm using the purple glue so you guys can really understand and see what it is. I take this square, line it up with that square, making sure that the diagonal is going this way. And again, we did both ways, so there's no way for you to get it wrong. I then do the same thing, repeating to put the third square on. Again, gluing. Putting the squares to the square, making sure we don't go over. So when we fold it up, it's nice and neat. And this is your base. That wasn't hard, was it? Didn't think so. Now, this part is gonna get you confused, but don't be. We just said that this is the diagonal. I'm gonna take it and I'm actually gonna fold it in like that. And I'm gonna take the top corner and I'm gonna just fold it down. At this point, I might grab my folder. Makes it a lot easier. Now, just like when you do other things, I'm gonna flip it over and I'm gonna do that same process. So I'm gonna take the corners. This has been folded on the diagonal. I'm gonna match up the corners and I'm gonna take it down. And again, I'm gonna fold it. Flip it back over, fold them together, and see how easily that then becomes like that. So why am I doing all of that? Because when I hold my book and I give it, and it's gonna be like this, we're gonna wrap ribbon around it with all the papers on it. When you hold the bottom and the top, see, you open it up like that. It's nice and easy. This is such a quick gift to make for someone. I've made them like when I've gone on a girls' weekend with someone. They love, just a quick thank you for letting me stay at your house. I include a couple of pictures. So how do I know the front versus the back of my album so we don't make a mistake while we're putting on our title pages? This corner flips up, single layer. This is the bottom. So I'm gonna start with the top. I'm gonna put my cover sheet on. Glue that down. And while I'm holding it like this, I'm gonna flip it over so that the cover is the same direction. So now I have the back and the front cover. I'm gonna pull it apart. Now before you go to this next step, I want you to understand something. So I like to do one, flip it over, one, and then have it this way. Please do not rush to glue because this is the tricky part, okay? So you want the ribbon that we're going to use to enclose it to be tucked underneath this 4th square. So you can go ahead and glue down these 3 squares, but wait for this one. And I'm gonna explain what we do here. This is when I use the tape. I take both ribbons and I line them up at the top. I make them flat and I make the long one to be on the bottom. Now seriously, this is not a real big deal. You'll work this out. I stick it here. I take a piece of tape. Make sure I'm taping it in well enough that when I glue my square, it will cover it. So we quickly glue our squares now that we've got our ribbon secured. And you can choose how you want to do your patterns. You may like to have them all the same. You may choose to change them. I like having different, I'm a little more, I don't know. I like variety. So again, I'm quickly gluing these down. You can take your time and make sure that they're really nice. I just want you guys to be able to finish this quickly and enjoy it and fill it up with something fun. So this is the basic, right? We've got our accordion album, we got our title, we've got our 4 squares, which is normally where I end up putting photos when I'm sending it to someone. And you know how this is also a great gift when someone sends you baby pictures, they just had a baby. I usually make them 3 of these, one for their mother-in-law, one for their mom, and one for themselves. And then I just print out the pictures they sent me, put them on here, decorate a little babyish, send it to them and tell them to give it to their in-laws. It makes a great gift. Then these are basically this same size square, cut in half. And we are going to glue them in a pattern like this. So we're gonna lay these triangles down like this and glue them down. So I have this all together and watch how I put it again. This folds in, so you're gonna take it. It's easier to show you that way maybe. Fold it all in, fold it all in. This one goes here. This one goes here. That looks so complicated, didn't it? I'm sorry I did that. Let me do that again so you guys don't think it's that complicated. Here you go. So again, you just fold it in. And if I was gonna do it slowly for you, take this, it goes here. Take this, it goes, folds the other way, because remember we flipped it. And then this one goes in here. And again, it's easier when you have it in person. I now have this ribbon. The shortest one was on top. The longer one is on bottom. And why it's on the bottom is because we take the longer one, put it over the back. And we're gonna tie this like this. And that's why the longer one. Now, with the decorations, obviously you can do whatever you want to do. You've got the whole thing, you know, different ways of embellishing on the inside on those pages that we did not put the pattern dot paper. You could put some stickers. I like to write, again, like I said, I usually give these for thank yous. So I usually write like, oh my gosh, you know, your house was so beautiful. It was so much fun to see. I'm so proud of you, whatever you're writing. Again, you know, you put any type of decoration that you want. And there you have it. A simple, friendly accordion album. Again, pull it open, and there you go. Hope you enjoyed it. Take care.